Do I have cred now, John? Will you be on the podcast again, please? Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Spinner Reviews, and even though I totally screwed up and didn't do the 700 sub Q&A because I was in the middle of a horrible life-changing situation. I hope you understand that. This time around, I'm actually going to be doing that as part of this little video vomit, as I've lazily coined it. I'm going to be doing it over basically the rest of this month or so. Basically, like I've done with the last couple of Q&As, I'm going to be splitting the answers here. I'm going to be putting the more concise ones in this one here, and I'm going to be putting the more open-ended ones in the Mad Sounds podcast, which I'm mostly doing tonight because it's been delayed, the episode I was planning for like the 6th time in a few weeks, and I just gotta get something on this goddamn channel. If you could have any job in or related to the music industry, what would it be? Well, as I've mentioned in the past, I am an aspiring musician and songwriter. My Bandcamp's linked in the description, where you can hear my crappily recorded bedroom EP from a few years ago, as well as the covers EP I did last year. More importantly, I've been working on my debut album since August, believe it or not. Been plagued by all kinds of technical problems, which I'm hoping to go as deep into as possible, even maybe past the point of boredom for some of you guys, but I just gotta get that stuff out there, and I'm gonna be getting into that on an episode of Mad Sounds around the time the album comes out, but for now, hopefully I can get that to you by the end of the decade. Do you ever need a P.O. box? Nah. Do you know what fair trade is? Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good split 7-inch between Big Data and RAC, and from what I can gather, it's a decor shop in Del Mar that's got pretty good reviews. Might have to go there sometime. Am I missing something? Are you gonna get a beard? I have one. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Okay, Mr. Squaw Reart. I see what you're doing here. You think that my 2001 Fred Durst look isn't good enough? Isn't a legit beard? I mean, so what if I've been going through, like, all the source-fed videos from Steve and Mike and stuff? Shut up. That has nothing to do with it. I will go to your house. Crap. Do you have a P.O. box? Man, that's actually really useful information. And now I don't blame you for asking me that. That's actually quite useful. Any favorite bands from Australia? Okay, just off the top of my head here, Atlas Genius has some really great stuff, especially their last album I thought was really underrated. Weirdly enough, Jet, I think, gets kind of the short end of the stick. I kind of binged their stuff when they broke up back in 2012, and their last album, Shabba Rock, is actually pretty legit. Oddly enough, their first album with all the hits on it is kind of their weakest in my opinion. And Brutes, because he never said it had to be the country. Also, opinions on the new Weezer song? Oh boy. And here I thought Rivers actually got his self-awareness back. How silly of me to think Weezer would actually keep consistency in their discography for more than 2 albums. How naive of me, as big a fan of them as I am, but I guess it's all part of the ride. It's weird to talk about this one. The song it reminds me of the most is Thank God for Girls, which is by far one of my least favorite songs on the Wyatt album. That and Jacked Up, which instrumentally the song really reminds me of, were like the 2 stinkers on that album in my opinion. I really don't get why Jacked Up is kind of a fan favorite for some people, but I'm getting off track. But the weird thing about comparing it to Thank God for Girls is that I think its problems are completely flipped on their head in the case of Feels Like Summer. Because whereas Thank God for Girls had a couple neat little instrumental ideas, like in the chord progressions and in the structure and all that, and even though that little plinky piano going on, not a bad instrumental idea by any means, it just got kind of pulverized into the ground by Rivers' bleh over the verses of that thing. This one, on the other hand, it's actually got kind of a neat idea going on lyrically, apparently from the perspective of a guy whose girlfriend just died or something like that. It's kind of open-ended in spots, but that's just what I'm gathering. Unfortunately, this is maybe the worst production Weezer has ever had, and this is coming from someone that's listened to Raditude. This is just jacked up, put through the DCD2 overproduction and compression filter. And I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but they need to stop trying to get overlap with the 21 Pilots Panic at the Disco fan base, because it is not working out for them at all. Like, I'm starting to wonder if Rivers' tweets are as ironic as I assumed they were up until this point. Or if this is just some methed out crush management guy giving him pointers. So yeah, hopefully this will be to the Black album like Thank God for Girls was to the White album. Just kinda this little detour off to the side that won't keep it from being an 8 out of 10. Let's just pray. And lastly, what are some of your favorite non-English speaking and singing, whatever, musicians and bands? Favorite songs by them?
Shut up. It counts.
And as for my favorite songs, I'd say it's a tie between the one with P.O.D., the one with will.i.am, and the one with Chad Kroeger. Both of them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be spending the rest of this weekend just recording so much. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for the 800 subs. Appreciate people still hopping on the channel, even though things are just have been in this weird place for what, like 6 months now. Hopefully I'll find my footing, but in the meantime, I'll just keep doing whatever. Just to keep more things in the podcast coming up, especially since even the podcast seems to be uncertain at this point. Okay, yeah, thanks, bye.